everyone, how are you all? I hope you are doing well. I am Anuja Kaur, Assistant Professor from the Arts, Commerce and Science College of Satana. From the Department of Microbiology, I welcome you all in this video lecture. Today we are going to see about what is research, its objective, its significance and the types of the research methodology. So what is research that we are going to see now? So research is the scientific and systematic search for the pertinent information on any specific topic. So as we know, research should be scientific. That means it based on the research where there is a set procedure is followed on any topic. And next is it should be systematic. That means there should be some system is followed. That means steps should be followed to get any information on any topic. We should follow steps. That means first of all we should know about the research problem. Then we have to formulate the hypothesis, whether it may be prove wrong or it may be prove approves the hypothesis. So we just have to collect the data in based upon the scientific and systematic form of the research problem, and which will be lead to the information that clearly define the research problem. So according to the Clifford Woody, research comprises of the defining and redefining of the problem, formulating the hypothesis, collecting and organizing the data, evaluate that data, making the deduction and researching conclusion, and at least a carefully testing of all the conclusions to whether they fit to formulate the hypothesis or not. So, as we all know, for the research, we have to formulate the research problem firstly, then we have to collect the hypothesis. This hypothesis is the possible explanation for something which can be found true or not. Then we proves or disproves this collection on that matter, and we organize this by the practical or theoretical ways. Then we often conclude the research topic. So research is the original contribution to the existing stock of the knowledge making for its advancement. So we can take the previous studies and we can exist that knowledge for the advancement of any topic or any theories. So there are objectives of the research. The first objective is that to gain the familiarity with the phenomena or achieve the new insight to it. That means we are getting any new solutions for any problem. That comes under the explanatory research. That means we explore the previously unstudied topics or issues or phenomena that may aims to generate the new ideas or the hypothesis. So we get familiar with this new phenomenon or new topic or new insight to it. Then second objective is that to portray the accuracy the characteristic of particular individual situation or any group. That means after concluding the any research like the descriptive research, we describe the characteristic and feature of the particular population or group by the data or diagrammatically representation. Then next objective is to determine the frequency with which something occur or with which it is associated with it. That means we can explain about the diagnostic research where we can take the example of any diseases in particular area. We can get the frequency of why disease is occur and what are the other parameters that concern with to this. Then next objective is to test the hypothesis of causal relationship between the variable. So after formulating the hypothesis, we can conclude the hypothesis in relationship with the variable that may be explanatory. So these variables can identify the effect and causes of the relationship between the variable. So now we are going to see about the types of the research. So the types of research is about the establish the method to investigate the problem in detail with the aim to generate the new knowledge for about it. It plays a vital tool for the scientific development because it allows researcher to prove the hypothesis, clearly define the parameter, assumptions. So we are going to see the first time, that is descriptive versus analytical research methodology. In descriptive research, which includes the survey and fact finding inquiries of different kind. So the major purpose of this research is description or the state of affair of it exists at present. In this research, researcher must take particular care not to intervene in the observed object as the phenomenon as its behavior may changes if an external factor is involved. For example, investigating how the public census of influential government official differs between the urban and non-urban areas. In the descriptive research, the term which is used is ex post facto research is primarily used before, so it has no control over the variable. It only explains why this is what is happening and what has happened. This ex post facto research project are the used for the descriptive study in which researchers seek to measure the items like the frequency of shopping, people preferences for the particular thing, or the similar data we can get for this. So the descriptive research is survey for the all kinds include comparative and correlational method. And in applied analytical research, researchers have to use the fact or information which is already available or analyzes this to make the critical evaluation of that material. That means in analytical research, the information or fact that is already available to make the critical evaluation of material. In this research, we get to know about why and how the things or the conditions are happening. In this research, we can study the two groups for the comparison. So this is the diagrammatically representation in between the descriptive versus analytical research. In descriptive research, as we already know about, we discuss about what is happening in analytical research, we get to know about why and how this is happening. Again, in descriptive research, we give the information for the particular topic, and in analytical research we draw the conclusions depend on the variables of two variable or other parameters. In it shows the links or other differences we are already see in this chart. Then next type is applied versus fundamental research. In applied research, we are finding the solutions for the immediate problem or the facing by the society or the individual or any organization. This aim for the certain conclusion based on that problem, which leads to the social, economical or political trends. This applied research is action research. We can call it as a action research because we are finding a solution for the immediate problem, and we can carry out this action for the immediate solution. And in fundamental research, where it is concerned with about the generalization and the formulation of the theory, that means we gather the knowledge for the expanding the knowledge. For the fundamental research, we also call it as the pure or basic research because it relating with the pure or basic mathematics or the problems which we can take the information about the human behavior or the which aim to the certain conclusion facing by the concrete society. So this is the diagram for the basic research versus applied research. That means the fundamental versus applied research. So in fundamental research we already known about we only aim to understand the specific occurrence to the subject, and in applied we seek the practical answers to the current problem. In fundamental or the basic research, its utility is universal, and in applied it is limited. It takes place in the open world setting, and in fundamental or basic research experiments are taken place in the sterile environment. Or another differences, we can say that in applied research we are come up with the solutions, and in fundamental we just get to understand about the research problem. Various factors can involve in this, that we can interviews by observing or by experience, experiment carried out by the questionnaires, we can get the this type of the research. The next one is the quantitative versus qualitative research. Quantitative research is based on the measurement of the quantity or the amount, and while qualitative is based on the related to the quality or the kind of the research problem. So in quantitative we just measure upon the amount, so the data expressed in the form of the symbols or the words, while in qualitative this no statistical data can be measured or observed. We just descriptively or subjectively collect the data. The purpose of the qualitative and quantitative data is to interpret the social interaction, and while in quantitative to test the hypothesis and make the prediction. So as we know, in qualitative we can just take the study of whole or any variable, and while in quantitative the specific variables are studied, so the numerical or statistical data is represented. The next one is the conceptual versus empirical research methodology. Conceptual research is related to some abstract or theory idea, that means is based upon the theoretical knowledge rather than the concerned problem. So this conceptual research develop the new concepts or reinterpret the existing one, while in empirical research it relies on the experience or the observations on any topic. we can gather the evidence through the experiment. So we call it as the experimental type of research also. This provides the enough working hypothesis to gather the hypothesis or the which proves or disproves the hypothesis. Like example, we can take that particular example of any drug which is effective to treat the particular condition suffering from the any diseases. So studies based on the data collected from the surveys or interviews. This is the diagrammatically representation the differences in between conceptual versus empirical research. So as we already discussed about, research is related to some abstract or idea or the theory in conceptual research, and in empirical it based on the experimental research. So this provide himself with the working hypothesis to get the result, and in conceptual it break down the theorems or the concept into the constituent parts to gain the better and deeper understanding the issue.